Hello, this is John from caveofprogramming.com, and in this tutorial we're just going to look at how you respond to action bar menu selections, which is pretty simple and it's quite easy to do. So we've got this application now, and I created these two action items in the action bar up here, but what we're about to look at applies just equally well to if you've got you might have just a single menu there that pops up with a submenu and contains items. However you arrange your items in the action bar, the stuff we're going to look at applies to it. So at the moment I can click this go thing and nothing happens because I haven't made anything happen, and I've got this edit thing here, edit menu. I should use the right term, and that brings up a submenu with a contact and photo item on it, and we just want to make things happen when those are selected. And to do that, go into your activity, the corresponding activity, right click, and we're going to go to source, override, implement methods, and find on action on option item selected, I think it is. Let's have a look, because my memory isn't perfect for these things. So somewhere in here we've got an on option item selected. That's the one, on option item selected. So we want to override that, and in here we can have a switch, because we're going to get past that menu item and we can switch on the ID of this menu item and take action as appropriate. So let's put that in. So I'm going to have a switch here, and I'm going to switch on item.get item ID, and the item IDs in here are going to correspond to whatever we have in our res menu and the particular menu that we're loading in this on create options menu, which is this activity main file in the menu folder. So that's this one here. So if we look at what items we've got in it, I didn't bother changing the items from the default. Well, actually I did change those. So we've got photo, contact, and what else have we got? And edit item 1, which is not very well named. So we've got item 1, contact, and photo. Those are our IDs, and this item here is purely there to contain this submenu, so we won't bother about that. Item 1, contact, and photo. So let's go in here, and we switch on the item ID, and I can say case r dot menu dot is that right? Actually, I'll say r.id. Whoops. r.id I need dot contact colon, that was one ID, and case r.id dot photo, that was the other ID, and the other one was, if I remember rightly, case r.id dot item 1, that was it. Okay. And let's just put in here maybe just like a toast, just so we can see it working. So I'll say toast.makeText. The context is this. The text is going to be, let's just say contact, and I'll put that in for a long period of time so that we see it. And I'll say .show, and I'll just quickly do that for these as well. So I won't bother putting this text in strings.xml as I should, just because this is just a really little demo, item 1. And in the documentation for on option item selected on developer.android.com, it says you should return true if you want to consume the menu action here, but if you want further processing to continue of the menu item, return false. And I pretty much imagine that that's basically telling us it doesn't matter too much, because whatever we do here, as far as I can see, it's still going to work. So let's just run this and run it on my device, which I'm now turning the right way up, and I'm going to go away and come back in just a second. Okay, so here we go, it's running, and there's my phone, and now if I select go, then we're going to see our toast item 1, and if I select edit, and that brings up the submenu, and then contact, and we bring up the appropriate toast. So of course you could use these to launch a different activity using an intent, or you could do absolutely whatever you want. So it's pretty simple, and of course you could put the icon and the title back in there as well if you wanted, but I've got them turned off here. So that's it for this tutorial, and until next time, happy coding.